I realize that people who love guns are already pretty pissed off at me, so I figured why not give them a reason, at least, and discuss the importance of gun control.
Welcome to our special Full Frontal Wants to Take Your Guns, the show where we try to rip that rifle from Charlton Heston's cold, dead hands. Even in death, he is really strong.
We're so lucky to have a platform where we can scream for an end to gun violence and then invite our friends to scream with us.
Just do one thing. Do one thing about guns.
It shouldn't be this hard.
Do one thing.
Do one thing.
Do one thing about guns.
If we had any doubt about the topic, the string of gun violence in the weeks leading up to the special made it clear that this was something that we needed and we actually wanted to talk about.
Here we go again.
More than 400 people have been shot or killed by gunfire in the last 72 hours.
At least 8 people were shot and killed at a FedEx warehouse.
The killing spree, in which most of the victims were Asian American women, happened in the span of just a few hours.
Gun violence is an issue that needs to be addressed now, so we made Full Frontal Wants to Take Your Guns in a very short amount of time because Full Frontal wants to take your guns. God damn it.
As long as I look good on camera. Use up. Thanks.
The first thing that we did was make a sketch about how guns are so super cool, and that is one of our biggest problems. They are awful, but they look awesome. So what better team to make something less cool than the Full Frontal Correspondents? Apologies to the Full Frontal Correspondents. Most of us were all in a room together for the first time in over a year, except for Alana, who was temporarily lost at sea. Trapped in a well, busy cyberbullying the NRA, reenacting the good parts of the Titanic. Out there, just befriending baby seals, I think.
Thanks for being here, everybody, and to Alana on Zoom, who nobody told vaccines are a thing now.
Wait, what?
It was so nice to be in the same room with everyone. I truly wish that Mike Rubens hadn't been wearing those jorts.
I really like Mike just wearing jorts, and it was really funny in the sketch, but also just funny to be next to him wearing them. It made me feel quite uncomfortable.
So the perfect jort length is a very complicated equation that has to do with the distance from your hip bone to your knee. It's hard for me to show you the equation because it's really long, but I think that you can get the sense that this is pretty much nailing it.
Come on!
Seriously, how did you get dressed this morning?
I got dressed to look sexy and chill. Take my sword.
There goes the least cool man I have ever known.
The next thing that I shot was the field piece. We all ran around Bed-Stuy talking to these amazing people about their efforts to reduce gun violence. Working with Moms Demand Action and SOS Bed-Stuy was an absolute dream. I'm not exactly sure how, but I walked away from all of those conversations feeling so much more hopeful.
We're our own neighborhood watch. We do the policing so the police don't have to.
Okay.
We really utilize just people and the relationships that they leverage between each other to help de-escalate issues of violence before gun violence is exchanged.
These people are making real differences in their communities, and those are my absolute favorite type of guests to have on the show. I mean, no offense, celebrities. You're awesome too. All of you Steve Buscemi. So while I was busy with that, our crew was deep in a project of their own at a nearby auto garage. We partnered with Mehdi Barakchian to strip a car of all federal safety regulations so that it was basically a death machine, like guns. Here at Full Frontal, we love a metaphor.
We've done a lot. We got no bumpers. We do have a bubble machine in place of an airbag. The most fun part was cutting the roof off. And we're going to install a child steering wheel because Sam wants kids to be able to drive the car too.
The crew got up at the crack of dawn to go shoot sunrise shots of the car, which I had not seen yet. It was a total surprise for me. Then I went to an airfield where we were shooting for the big reveal, and it was incredible. I was floored, no pun intended. What a speed-hungry, airbagless monster Mehdi had created. It literally haunts my dreams.
I think she wasn't going to touch that car with a 20-foot pole. I think she was already uncomfortable just sitting in the passenger seat with me.
The
roof's chopped up. It's full of sharp edges. Yeah, there's hazards everywhere.
I refuse to drive that car because I value the lives of my crew. So I left that to Medi and a professional stunt driver. I'm responsible. And then we ended up in our regular studio to shoot the monologue and all of the ligature for the special. Everyone at Full Frontal puts so much time and so much energy into this special, and I really do believe that our writers created just the perfect monologue that pulled everything together. We want change, and in order to make change, you have to be very focused about the message that you're sending.
Enough prayers, time for some action is also what God says every night when he's done answering prayers and ready to get freaky with Mrs. God.
Late night comedy is about jokes and catharsis, but it's also about having a community of people with shared ideals. Like, we want the same things that you do, and we are here to amplify your voice. My name is Samantha B, and I want our country to do one thing about gun violence. One thing. I actually want 10 things, but we could start with one.